It's Levack and Goss on 104.5 The Team.
The Albany Empire take the field this Saturday. 6 o'clock kickoff is set. You can hear the action on our sister station, Alt 105.7. Pre-game coverage gets underway at 5:30. One half of the Albany broadcast team is in studio with us right now. We'll get to you in a second here, closer. Don't forget, Saturday mornings, 9 a.m., the State of the Empire, the Albany Empire Coaches Show. Rob Keefe, the whole crew, AJ Cannell doing that. And when you watch the Albany Empire, hopefully live at the Times Union Center, you'll see this guy, Tommy Grady, running the offense. The quarterback joins us in studio now. And, Tommy, we'll get to the weekend. We'll get to all the arena football stuff. I want to go way, way back here to the old high school days of Tommy Grady, getting recruited out of
long time ago,
Huntington Beach, California. Take us through the process why you initially decided to play for Bob Stoops in Oklahoma.
Yeah, fortunately, I was able to get some pretty good offers out of high school. Honestly, I wanted to stay close to home, go to USC or UCLA, and those are the schools I was looking at. And then I went on my recruiting trips and kind of fell in love with Coach Stoops, Coach Long out of Oklahoma, and the atmosphere there was awesome as a college town. So I changed my mind and decided to go out there and had a great experience out there. You
went to Oklahoma. You played behind a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback in Jason White. Yeah. Then you moved on to Utah, where you played for Urban Meyer and a number 1 overall draft pick in Alex Smith. The differences between Bob Stoops and Urban Meyer.
I mean, I didn't really. So Urban Meyer recruited me to go to Utah, but when I got there, that's when he took off.
That's
to
right.
Florida.
Yes.
So I played for Coach Whittingham for his first 2 years while he was there. So I didn't get too much Urban, but they're both great programs. Obviously, Oklahoma's a huge traditional powerhouse, but Utah was a great experience, and I got a lot of love for them too.
Go ahead, closer.
I was going to say, so Tommy, you go from playing the difference between a huge field playing in college, then you come in, play for Utah, and you got to play arena football. What is it like now playing quarterback at the arena level with such a constricted amount of space as opposed to paying anywhere to college football?
Yeah, everything's a lot quicker. It's everything's quicker, it's faster. You got to read a lot quicker. But it took me 2-3 years to really get the timing down of the arena football because everything's so tight. You gotta get rid of the ball, or it's not gonna get up and down. So spacing and quickness is the biggest difference in this game.
How'd you find out about arena football for the first time? You and your teammates have all these different unique stories. Your first exposure to the sport was what?
Honestly, I was coming out of college and I had some workouts, some NFL teams, and my college coach goes, there's an arena football team here in Salt Lake, and so I was like, I'll check it out. So I did the workouts, the NFL teams, and then I went to a 2-day workout with a Utah Blaze back then in 2007, I think it was. That's my first kind of little experience, and then I went and played in San Jose for a year. So I kind of fell in love with the game. It's fun for a quarterback. You get to throw the ball every down. Call out your own plays. So I loved it.
Well, you say it's faster, and then calling plays in a league like this, only 3 wide receivers. There's really limited amounts you can do formation-wise. So is it a little easier for you to play quarterback just to know you're going to step back and sling it every time?
I mean, I love it. The defense knows you're going to throw the ball every down too. Right. So it helps both sides. But the biggest thing is just being on the same page as receivers. And I feel like this year we started off slow and we just kept on building. So the biggest thing in arena football is chemistry.
Tommy Grady, the quarterback for the Albany Empire, joining us here in studio on 104.5, the team, Levack and Goss. And I like how to say that, Albany Empire quarterback Tommy Grady. Take us through the process of why you decided to play in the Capital Region this summer.
Well, I was down in Jacksonville for the last 3 or 4 years, and they decided to change leagues, and I played in the NFL last year, and I wanted to get back and be in the AFL this year, and I looked at all the different opportunities. Obviously, Nick was in Washington, Dan was in Philly, and then Hippert was in Baltimore. So I felt like this was the best situation for me. This is a situation I can come in and obviously start and build something. And I feel like they had a lot of good pieces already here. So it was a good chance to get in here and help the team win a championship.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit, because you have pieces around you in Malachi Jones, Joe Hills, even Colin Taylor, who had a great game this past weekend in Washington. What's it like with the chemistry between those guys?
I mean, the biggest thing, everyone likes being around each other. That's the biggest thing to start off with. We have fun. You guys joke around and stuff, but we didn't. I didn't really know what we had in Malachi when I first got here. But Malachi's been great. I knew what we were gonna have with Joe. I knew Colin's a consistent player, but Malachi has been huge for us this year. He spreads the field. He's fast. When he gets the ball in his hands, he usually takes it to the house. So All those guys have played well all year, and our chemistry keeps on building.
What did you make of the fan base here in the Capital Region the first time you started playing some home games in the Times Union Center?
I mean, it's awesome. I know it takes a while for people, understand the game and what's going on, but, they had arena football right here back in the day, and I feel like a lot of people know what's going on, and it's just going to keep on building.
Tommy Grady, quarterback of the Albany Empire, joining us in studio here on 104.5 The Team.
So, Tommy, you said you went from college to the Arena League, and then you played the NAL. What was that like to drop? We've seen it here going from the Firebirds to the Conquest, now with the Albany Empire back in AFL 1. What is the difference to you between AFL 2 and AFL 1?
AFL 2 is the speed is a big difference.
Yeah.
Last year I was playing there. I did it because it was the best opportunity for my family at the time. So I stayed there. I had a job there. But it's the speed. It felt like everything was in slow motion last year. I came back up here, and then training camp kind of put it back in perspective how fast the AFL really is. And the competition up here is second to none for arena football.
I just imagine this moment you in training camp. They're not touching you in practice, luckily, right? You didn't get like a big blindside off the side,
no,
like, whoa,
no.
I don't, or a quick pick. You're like, oh, they weren't making those plays in AFL 2 anymore.
No, it's mostly the receivers and the DBs how quick they are. Lions do a great job of blocking. I gotta get the ball out of my hands, but the receivers are a whole different speed, a whole different. The secondaries making breaks quicker than the other leagues are, but it's a fast league.
6 o'clock kickoff set inside the Times Union Center. You guys take on the Philadelphia Soul. You've matched up against this team a bunch this season. When you look at the Soul and you start the scouting report, what stands out, especially on the defensive side for them?
They got 3 veteran DBs that have played for a long time. I've played for them, 5 or 6 years now. They've all played together. So they've been together for a while, and it's tough because their chemistries. You can't replace that experience that they have. But they're great players. The biggest thing is we just gotta come out. I gotta take care of the ball. We gotta get the ball into Joe, Malachi, and Colin's hands, and let them make plays.
I know there's no such thing as more motivation because you're playing for the 1 seed. Yeah. There's a lot to play for this weekend. But Philadelphia, the last time you guys played at home, the way that game ended, losing in the final seconds, is there anything more for you on this game?
Obviously we want that home field advantage throughout the playoffs. But every time I've played Philly for a long time now. They're I can play every time you play them. Mm-hmm. They're going to come to play, and we got to show up Saturday, execute. Score in every possession and get a couple stops.
I feel like we can't have an Albany Empire interview with a player without talking about Coach Keefe at least once. What have you made for your season here playing with Coach Keefe and the energy level for him?
He's a leader of our team. He does a great job. His energy is second to none. He's prepared. He prepares our defense, prepares our offense. He's meticulous in everything that he does. Everything he does is for a reason. He does a great job of coaching our team, and everyone respects him, and we are where we are because of him.
I don't want to name names, but some of your other teammates have come in here in studio and started blaming our poor friend Jordan about stats and certain numbers. Closer, didn't you have a story of what may or may not have happened on the bus involving somebody else in the room?
No, it was talks with Jordan about certain ways that they were constructing the website and their stories, and maybe playing some favoritism between certain wide receivers, maybe not including you as much. I heard something like that.
I don't think Jordan knew there was any other players on the team besides Joe and Malachi.
He can't even defend himself. He's just shaking his head.
We don't have a 4th microphone. Sorry, Jordan. We would love you to defend yourself. But how about your stats are accurate, right? Like over 700 career touchdowns, an insane amount of yardage. All your stuff is fine this season, right? Just to clear it up.
I think so. I haven't checked them out, but I'm pretty sure. I'll let them know if they aren't.
Tommy Grady, quarterback for the Albany Empire. Do not forget, you can go out to the Times Union Center. Tickets are still available. Make sure to check those out as well. You can listen to the game on our sister station, Alt 105.7, where AJ Cannell and Brian, the closer, Mariano, who's in the room with us right now, have the action for you. Tommy, best of luck this weekend, and get ready for that playoff push coming up later this month.
Thanks a lot for having me, guys.